Can you believe a small particle that cannot be seen with our naked eyes can carry drugs to different locations in our body? Treatments that were not possible earlier are being possible today because of nanotechnology and nanoparticles. And don't you think that this is a revolution in the field of medical and technology? Cancer is the second leading cause of death in the United States and worldwide. So me, Govinda Subedi, I have been studying about cancer and its treatment procedures within different websites, and I have been collecting information. So even for the project, I researched various sites and I read various articles and collected a few informations which I think would be worth sharing with you guys today. So today, I'll explain how nanoparticles make a suitable candidate for targeted drug delivery in the treatment of cancer. First, I'll explain what is a nanoparticle and what are its applications. Secondly, I'll explain the role of size in creating an aspect that increases effective medicament delivery before reaching the directed site. And lastly, I would like to describe how surface charge plays a vital role in cell interaction at the destination. So before you know how nanoparticles are used in curing cancer, it's necessary that you understand what is a nanoparticle and what are its application. The word nano was derived from Greek word nanos, which means small or dwarf. The size of the nanoparticle ranges from 1 to 100 nanometer, and a nanoparticle is 10 times smaller than a virus, 100 times smaller than a bacterium, and 1000 times smaller than a human cell. Do you think this nanoparticle can be seen with our naked eyes? Nanoparticles have wider areas of applications. Some of the applications of nanoparticles includes medicine, cosmetics, food processing, pens, optical glasses, computer chips, etc. But the major medical application of the nanoparticle is targeted drug delivery. Nanoparticles are loaded with drug and are directed to targeted zone of cells dividing uncontrollably, and they unload the drug inside the targeted cells and result in killing of those cancerous cells. Now you have basic understanding of what is a nanoparticle and what are its applications. Now I would like to explain how the size of the nanoparticles and the surface charge plays a vital role in curing the cancer and drug delivery method. So a 2009 article titled Nanoparticle Best Targeted Drug Delivery by Singh and Lillard claimed that the smaller nature of the nanoparticle has enabled mobility of medicine to the wider range of cellular and intracellular locations. So as you can see here, the size of the nanoparticles ranges from 1 to 100 nanometer, whereas the size of the capillary ranges from 5 to 6 micrometer. Nanoparticles can easily move within the capillaries without obstructing those capillaries. Also, unlike the bigger particles, nanoparticles can easily pass the blood-brain barrier by moving through the endothelial tight junctions and is able to deliver therapeutic agents for treating difficult to treat diseases like a brain tumor. You can see the tight junction here without a very least space, but although nanoparticles can penetrate through this space and kill the cancerous cells for curing the disease like brain tumor. In the same article, the authors also discussed that nanoparticles have larger surface to volume ratio that helps with effective and faster drug release in the cancer cells. When a larger particle is broken down into small dimensions, as you can see here, the surface area to volume ratio increases. So let's look at an example here. So initially a cube with length 30 micrometer has the area of 5400 micrometer square. You can see the formula for calculating area of a cube. When it is dissociated into different cubes with the same volume, it has a total area of 16,500 micrometers, which means that even though the same volume, the area can be increased by splitting a single cell into different dimensions. This means that nanoparticles can reach the large area after it is splitted rather than using a single particle. Smaller also, After it is dissociated into smaller dimensions, the smaller core releases drug faster as drug incorporated in it are very close to the surface, thus increasing the higher release rates. Surface change of the nanoparticle plays a significant role in affecting the way it interacts with the targeted cancer cells. Doom, in her 2013 article titled Positive or Negative, said that the infected cells take positively charged gold nanoparticles, which are loaded with anti-cancer drugs at a higher level than negatively charged particles. The positively charged particles can easily penetrate the cell membrane and can result in the cell death, which is also known as cytotoxicity. And the negatively charged particle can barely penetrate the cell membrane, which might result in death, or the death may not be possible, whereas the neutrally charged nanoparticle cannot penetrate the cell. As you can see in the figure, the charge on the nanoparticle determines the toxicity of targeted cancer cells. Charges induce membrane fluidity, makes charged nanoparticles more cytotoxic than neutral nanoparticles. As we discussed the penetration, we can see this that positively charged destroys the fluidity and can easily penetrate to the cell, which can result in the death of the cancerous cells. Thus, the particle is thus an important factor in designing good drug delivery. Nanoparticles constitutes of the charge of the particle. The role of charge is very important because it first determines whether the carried drug enters inside the target cells effectively or not, and second, it controls the self-killing potential of a nanoparticle. Today, I have explained the three parts in understanding how nanoparticle makes an effective carrier of drug in cancer treatment. First, I explained what is nanoparticle and what are its applications. Second, I explained the role of size and surface charge in the nanoparticles. And lastly, I described the role of charge in effective cell interaction and cytotoxicity of infected cells by a nanoparticle. Nanoparticles are the future hopes for successful treatment of cancer and other medical conditions in the body, which are difficult to treat at present. Considering the function and effects of size and charge, we can synthesize nanoparticles in such a way that their effectiveness can be enhanced for further explorations. Thank you.